Hello everyone, welcome back to another video in the LLMs related playlist. In this video, I'm gonna show you all how to build your own Copilot that will work in VS Code. Here is a small demo of what you will achieve at the end of this video. After this demo, let's jump into the video of seeing how to build this Copilot. So let me ask a question. Write a Python function to add two numbers. So let's see how it is generating. So now it's trying to generate and it's starting to give a response token wise. Here is a simple Python function that takes in two numbers as arguments and returns their sum. Yes. And guys, it is not just that it has only this functionality. It has some other functionalities as well, like you can see here. It can edit the highlighted code. It can write unit tests for the given code. It can customize the configuration. It can write comments for your codes. You can download and share the session. Obviously, you can generate a shell command. You can do anything with this. Actually, you can search over Stack Overflow. You can retrieve code based context. Everything can be done with this Copilot. Okay, and here you can see it has written function to add two numbers, return a plus b. So let's stop this. Now that we have seen the demo, let's see how to build this Copilot. So here are some requirements you need for this application. First is to install LMStudio. So let me start with that. I'll show you all how to install LMStudio. Okay, just type LMStudio and you can click the first link here. So based on your own OS, you can click it. Till now for Linux, it is in beta version. You can request them on their Discord, but for Windows and Mac, a stable version is available and you can download that from here. I'm using Windows, so I've downloaded from here, but based on your own OS, you can download it. So once you have downloaded it, go through this setup. It is very easy. It is not tough steps, like you should just click next, that's all, and it will get installed. So once you complete that, let me show you how LMStudio looks. Okay, so this is how your LMStudio will look like. As you can see, there are a lot of models being supported here, but the one thing you need to note in common is that it requires the model to be in GGUF. As you can see here, any model in GGUF file only will be supported. So let's say I'm using Mistral. Okay, so if I search Mistral, right, it will have lot of models, but everything will be in GGUF format. Okay, so the next step is for you to have a GGUF model for your Copilot. And don't worry guys, in this video I will show you how to export any model to GGUF. Okay, because we have been using the common models which is available in Hugging Face, but in this video I'll show you how to export a model to GGUF and then use it via LMStudio. Okay, so post GGUF you need another extension in VS Code, which is continue. Okay, you can click the extensions here and then search for continue. It is simple search. Okay, if you search it, it will come like this: continue, Codellama, GPT-4 and more. You can just click install. Okay, so if you are done with this, then it is normal steps for you to do. So I hope you would have installed LMStudio. So once you have done that, now you can try to export your model in GGUF. So let me show you how is that. Okay, so the first step for you is to run this Google Colab notebook. This notebook will be uploaded in my GitHub and then the link will be in the description, so you all can check it out. Okay, so you need to install Hugging Face Hub. You need to install Llama CPP because Llama CPP is a requirement for you to export the model in GGUF. Okay, so let me show the GitHub for you. So let me copy this, paste it here. and you can see here this is llama cpp, and we'll be cloning this llama cpp, and also we'll install the requirements of llama cpp via pip install -r llama cpp / requirements. Why is that? Because if you run this, it will clone a folder known as llama cpp, and then inside that you will have requirements.txt, and we are installing that. Okay, so and another thing is you don't need any GPU for this. Even with the CPU you can export your model to GGUF. Now once you complete the installation, the next step for you is to export the model to GGUF, right? Because your installation is ready. But for that, first you need to clone that model to your local. Okay, so for this I have taken a model which I have used in one of the previous videos, which is to fine-tune Codellama. Because like I said, we are building a Copilot, which means we need to use our model, right? So I'm taking this. But let's say you are working with a model and then you have fine-tuned it, it is working very good, then you can also follow the same steps. Or if you think, okay, I'm not doing any fine-tuning, then also I've got you, wait for some time, I'll show you how to use any model. Okay, so now that I have fine-tuned Codellama2, if you want to know how to fine-tune Codellama2, the link is in the description, you can check it out. The model is ready in the hub, so first I'll take a snapshot out of it, and then I'll save it in the local. So as you can see here, I'm passing the repo ID, I'm passing the local directory, which is my Copilot HF, and revision is main, because as you can see here, it is in the main tree. Okay, so that is about snapshot download. So what it will do is it will try to download and keep it in the local. Okay, next what we are doing is we are calling the convert.py file from llama cpp. Let me show you here. There should be a file called convert.py. As you can see here, here is the convert.py. It is a long file, but all you need to know is you need to provide two different parameters. One is your out file, which is the model name, which I have specified as my Copilot Codellama.ggf, and out type, which is your quantization type. So to know about quantization type, I recommend you all to check the block. Okay, let me search for the block. Here he is. Let us take any of his GGUF model. He would have specified that here, and here you can see I used Q80, but there are some other quantization methods as well, Q6K, Q5KM, and you can export it with any of these quantization type, but I chose Q80 because I was concerned more about the performance rather than the time taken or RAM, because I can afford 8 gigs model, but if you are using a RAM of 8 gigs, so I recommend you all to go for Q4KM quantization method. So once you run this, it will take some time. It took me around 2 to 3 minutes for the model to export. So now you have the GGUF model ready. Next, what is the step is that you need to push this model to hub. So the first step would be for you to log in to the Hugging Face hub, for which we are calling the notebook login, which will take the token. And then once you provide the token, the next step is to push this model to hub. For that, we are using HF API, where via this API you can create repo, you can upload files, you can delete files, you can do anything with this HF API with regards to interacting with Hugging Face hub. For this, what I'm doing is I'm creating a repo called as Vasan/Copilot Codellama7b GGUF. That is the model ID. For based on that, I'm creating a repo. And if I'm saying that if there is a repo, it's fine, just try to create it on top of that itself. And this repo type is model, because in Hugging Face hub you can put datasets, or even you can put some evaluation metric and all, right? So I'm just saying that this repo is for model upload. Okay, next what I'm doing is I'm uploading the model file, where I'm saying that the repo ID is model ID, and then the path or file object is my Copilot Codellama GGF. That is the file we saved here, right? You need to provide the name which you provided here. As you can see here, it is there, right? My Copilot Codellama GGF. Just provide that file name here, and path in repo, give the same name. Once you run this, what will happen is your model will be saved in hub. Copilot, Codellama. Let me see if my name is there. GGUF. Vasant slash Copilot. Yeah, here it is there, right? As I provided the name .ggf here, it is coming ggf, but if you think, okay, I don't need .ggf, you can just keep it as Codellama. Okay, that will also work. And you can see here I have my Copilot Codellama.ggf. All right, so that is about you exporting the model to ggf. First, you need to install the LMStudio. I hope you all have done that. And then the next step is to export the model to GGF and have it in Hugging Face Hub. So once that is done, we can move on to the next step, which is to install the continue extension. Like I said, what you need to do is you can search in this extensions named continue, and once you click that, you'll have a button called install, and then you can install it. If these three are done, the next step for you would be to load the model in LMStudio, because from LMStudio we'll create a server which will be taken from continue. So let's search for my name. As you can see here, Vasan Copilot Codellama.ggf is there, and here it is coming downloaded. So let's say there is another model. Let me take Codellama itself, base Codellama. This is for those who don't have file. Let's say like you don't have the leisure of fine tuning, but you wanna try the same of this video. I recommend you all to either use the file which I uploaded, or also you can use from Block. Just search Codellama, and here he has provided 7b instruct ggf. There are different types of files available here, and then you can click download here. Okay, and here you can see I've tried downloading Q4KS. It was fast, but it was not that good. But Q80 gives great performance, and for a balance you can try Q4KM. Alright, so this is how you need to find your model. You can search the model here. Once you have downloaded the model, like I said, you need to click the download here. That's all. It will work very fine. Once you have downloaded the model, click this button called local server. If you click the local server, this is the UI which you are gonna get, where you can provide curl request, or even via Python you can give your requests. But we are not interested in any of these. All we are interested is to provide the preset, which is Codellama instruct here, and then click start server. This is the first step you need to do. Okay, so once you are done with providing this, the next step for you is to go to this extension. I'll just create a new extension. I'll show you what you need to do. By default it will be GPT-4 here. Click this button, plus button, and you can see a lot of providers here. There is Replicate, there is Ollama, there is OpenAI, there is Together AI, there is a lot of things like TGI, Hugging Face Text Generation Inference. Everything is there, but we are interested in LMStudio. So here is LMStudio, right? So let me click LMStudio, and then here you can see, right, it has given some steps which we have done. Everything we have done already. And what is the preset which we are working on now is Codellama instruct, right? So just click that Codellama instruct and ensure that you are clicked the correct button of parameter count. I'm showing you in 7 billion, but you might run in 13 billion. So ensure that you are providing the correct parameter count, which is 7 billion here. So just click it, and then let me start this. Okay, let me ask another question. Let's say we'll ask it to write a Python class which will take two numbers and perform all the mathematical calculations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, and will print it. as separate functions. Let's give this hard task. I hope this is not that easy because it should maintain a class, it should maintain the self variable, everything is there. So let's see how this is working. All right, so now it will try to generate. And guys, as you can see here, it has given the answer pretty much correctly, that it is self dot num1 plus num2. It has maintained it correctly. Even it has made an if else condition to check if the number which is the denominator is 0, number 2, and it has worked pretty good. But you might think, wasn't these are all not something very new, and we can do this with normal inference itself, right? Yes, you can do that, but there are some things which you will get via this one. So let's say I'm doing this, I'll highlight it, plus control M, and then you'll have this highlighted code here, and click slash and then do edit. Okay, what I'm editing is, I'm asking, instead of having if else condition, try handling the error with try except block. Let's give a task like that to it, and let's see what it is doing. I'm pressing continue here, and let's see what it is doing. And guys, as you can see here, whatever we have asked, the model has done it. It is trying to generate it, and here it is showing in a diff section. So it is saying here that the def divide, which is normal, and it is checking that, okay, I'll try to do self.num1 by self.num2, and if it is a 0 division error, I'll print cannot divide by 0. And that is what we expected from the model, right? So let's say you are happy with this. So what you can do is click accept all, and the code will be changed. So basically you can do anything like this. Let's say you want to do some test cases for addition. Okay, so let's do control M, and then again it will come to this dialog box, and then you can do slash test, write 2 test cases with this add function. Still it is generating here, so let's click stop for that, and then we'll ask to generate this one. Okay, and guys, it was going on and on, so I thought let me stop here, but it has given a pretty good test case here. As you can see here, it is trying to check addition, and it is checking if the value is 5. Same goes with subtract, -1, multiply 6, because the num1 is 2, num2 is 3, and then it is checking if there is error is being raised correctly, and then also it is checking if 0 division is possible. So yeah, it has been pretty good with writing test cases as well. So let me delete these and all. Okay, so what let's next do is maybe let's highlight all of these. Let's do a control M, and then let's ask for writing a comment for it. Yeah guys, as you can see here, it has tried to generate some comments. I'm just giving accept all. After that, it didn't have the tokens because the max tokens got ended, I guess, probably. But whatever it has given, it has been pretty good. It is saying a class that represents a calculator with basic arithmetic operation. This is a constructor method for creating a new instance of calculator object. It initializes the 2 numbers that are to be used in the calculations, param number 1, type number 1, param number 2. It has given everything, and also it has followed the format in which the doc strings are to be generated. So yeah guys, this has been a pretty good Copilot, because this Copilot has the ability for you to generate comments, edit the code, generate test cases, write some commands. Everything can be done, and I have shown you how to do that without OpenAI by using your local model. So I hope you all like this video. If you all like this video, please hit the like button and share it with your friends, because This might be useful for anyone in their job, because writing documentation can be pretty tiring, and this model is able to do that. So yeah, I hope you all would like to write the documentation with the help of this model. So yeah guys, I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, cheers.